Hi everyone, it's Karen, and I'm here today to do a quick little video of finishing off the binding on a little junk journal I started making a while back. When I initially signed up for the 100-Day Project, I was planning on putting all of my inserts into this book, and I had it divided up. Actually, I had all of this divided up into three signatures. But when I put something on the cover, the book I used was The Flower World of Williamsburg. So I thought I'd just keep the cover. I thought that was fun, from 1962. I'll do a flip through of this once I have it all completed. And then I just did some masking tape for little extra support on the inside of the spine, a couple pieces of scrapbook paper on the inside of the covers, and then I wanted to leave the covers as is because I really like this design on here. But when I did it, I made a mess of doing the holes. A few spots you can see I missed. I was completely off target. I don't know where I was aiming at. And then when I had attached the first insert, or the first two inserts, I messed up on where the holes were and where the holes were in the inserts themselves, or the signatures themselves. So it wasn't working. And then some of them ended up, I thought they were just going to, you can see that the holes are, some of them it's starting to tear, especially this one and this one. And I was just afraid that it just was going to lose its integrity and it was just going to end up self-destructing on me. So I thought what I would do instead, and I was planning on doing, as you can tell, a five stitch pamphlet binding. So what I thought I would do instead is I'm going to try doing a no-sew binding. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two, what do you call these things? Eyelets. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the word. I'm going to put two little eyelets at the top and the bottom, and then I'll be able to pull the pages out as I want, and I can rearrange them a bit if I want. I can add papers, subtract papers, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do with this book today. So first off, I'm going to add do I want white or silver? I don't have gold. Gold would have been fun. Actually, give me a second. I think I might have gold. No, I don't have gold. I thought I did. So this is the 3/16. I think I'll stick with the I like these guys. Let's use those. So who knows? This might not work either. So first we need to make the hole. I'm going to use my crap. What size are those? 0.5, 3/16. So I need that one. So let's see if we can get. See if we can get this lined up half decently. And we'll get a couple off the bottom. I have no idea if these are going to be straight. This is just an experiment. Any of this stuff with doing junk journaling is a learning process for me. Now, hang on, which way do you put them down? Okay. Does that color look okay? Do we want... Actually, no, now in hindsight, I want something darker on it now that I'm seeing it right up close. Okay, let's see how this works. I think this is set properly. Yep, that was set properly. Good. Doesn't quite fit. I should have had them drop farther apart, I think. It'll work. And then I'm probably going to put some kind of covering over here. I haven't decided what quite yet, but we'll get to that at another time. Yeah, these two are definitely too close together. Oh well. It'll work. That one didn't. Oh well. So, the next thing we want is to get the strings on. I'm just going to use some embroidery thread. I have some of this old vintage embroidery thread. Scissors. So get these two roughly the same length. Okay, let's see if we can get this working. We'll do this back one first. Lay the string through, run it through the top. pull that nice and as taut as I can. You see, this is not going to be as tight as a regular binding, but something fun and different to do with this one now since I messed up the original spine. There you go, and then we'll get the second one in. And I have lots of excess string left because I might want to do some embellishing, add some beads or something at the end. But first off, I just want to get this part done, and then I'll work on some embellishing and other stuff with it. Tuck that down there. Okay, so top string through the top hole. This is following a technique I saw first on, I think it was Johanna Kloff's channel. I think it just makes for a really fun way to have a junk journal set up so that I can take pages in and out as I might want to. So then take this one from the top, run it back through here. Get everything tucked into place. Make sure the string's nice and taut. Where's my middle? And just get a little knot in here. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. There's a food truck outside on the street in front of our building, and they've got some music, loud music playing down there. Alrighty, so there we have the spine. I think is just a little bit narrow to have tried doing that with two, but so I'll just do a quick flip through now. So both signatures, I just put a piece of vellum on the front. This was the actual front page of the book that I'm using the cover from. So copyright 1962. And copy dyed paper, dictionary page. I did this with food coloring, dyed paper, music notes, coffee dried, another page from this book. There's some beautiful floral images in here. Piece of scrapbook paper, I'll have to get something to cover that. Coffee dyed, piece of ledger paper, the food coloring, and then we're into the center. So the ledger, coffee dyed, the scrapbook paper page, the part of the book page, coffee dyed, my music, the music page, again the blue food coloring, the dictionary page, coffee dyed, back to the book page, and the vellum. And then the second signature also has a piece of vellum at the front, a piece of scrapbook paper. I'll have to seal that. I'll have to pull that out. I forgot to do that first. I'll have to pull this page out and seal down the little pocket. Another dictionary page. This is from an old dictionary I have from 1929. This was just a piece of stationery that I got at a thrift store some time back. Another page of scrapbook paper. Again, this will have to cover that up. Food coloring. This is a color plate from the book the cover came from. More of another page from a ledger book, another page from the book itself, coffee dyed. This is a page from another book I had picked up a while back at a thrift store. The food coloring, coffee dyed, and then we're back to the center. So the food coloring, this is the other half of that page. The other half of this page. I like these. It's quite thick, heavy paper too. Coffee dyed, the book page, the ledger page. Here's the other color picture from the book itself. Food coloring, part of the other side of the scrapbook paper, stationery, dictionary page, and again this I have to seal that down. And then the sheet of vellum. So there we have it, quick and simple. I'm going to put some kind of danglies on here in a bit, and I'm going to find some kind of closure. I'm not sure if I'll just do a ribbon of some sort and tie it around, or if I'm going to use more of the eyelets and do a tie on the side. I'll decide that later on. So there we have it. Quick and easy, using an old book, just some papers I have from around home, embroidery thread, and put it all together. So I like keeping, as I think I've mentioned in other videos, I like to keep my pages relatively blank to start with, and then I have lots of space for either writing or embellishing or whatever I decide I want to do with it down the road. So there we have it. A quick no seam or no sew binding for a 2-signature junk journal using an old book cover. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye now.